In the late 19th century, Egypt appeared to stand on the threshold of a great renaissance. The country had embraced many aspects of modernity, emulating European nations in urban planning, administration, and infrastructure. Railways were extended, palaces were constructed, and large-scale projects were launched, most notably the Suez Canal, which became one of the most vital trade routes in the world. Yet beneath this image of progress lay a deep and growing crisis. These ambitious projects were financed through heavy loans contracted by Khedive Ismail from European banks, particularly British and French institutions. As debts accumulated and interest rates soared, Egypt became unable to meet its financial obligations. This financial weakness allowed European powers to interfere directly in Egypt's internal affairs under the pretext of reform and fiscal supervision. As a result, Egypt gradually lost its economic sovereignty. Foreign control was imposed over state revenues and expenditures, and the Khedive himself became increasingly constrained, possessing authority in name rather than in reality. Though Egypt appeared prosperous on the surface, it was in fact bound by debt and foreign influence, with its political independence severely undermined. This situation generated widespread resentment among Egyptians, especially within the army. Egyptian officers felt humiliated by foreign dominance and unequal treatment, while resentment grew over the increasing intrusion of Europeans into national affairs. From this atmosphere of discontent emerged Ahmed Urabi, who led a national movement calling for justice, equality, an end to foreign intervention, and the establishment of a government based on the will of the people. Although Urabi's movement gained broad popular support, it deeply alarmed Britain. British authorities viewed the rise of Egyptian nationalism as a serious threat to their strategic interests, particularly their control of the Suez Canal and the imperial route to India. Tensions steadily escalated as Britain prepared to intervene more directly. In June 1882, disturbances erupted in Alexandria in what later became known as the Alexandria riots. The unrest reportedly began with a dispute over the fare of a donkey between an Egyptian driver and a foreigner, most likely of Greek or Maltese origin. The incident quickly escalated into violent clashes, resulting in the deaths and injuries of both Egyptians and Europeans. Chaos spread throughout the city, trade was disrupted, and public order collapsed. Britain seized upon these events as a convenient pretext for military intervention, claiming the need to protect foreign nationals and restore stability. In July 1882, British naval forces bombarded Alexandria, causing widespread destruction and heavy civilian casualties. Entire neighborhoods were reduced to rubble, and the city was left in ruins. The bombardment was not a spontaneous response to disorder, but a calculated step in a broader imperial strategy. It paved the way for the full military occupation of Egypt following the defeat of Urabi's forces and his subsequent exile. The true objective behind the intervention was to crush the nationalist movement, secure British control over the Suez Canal, and impose political, military, and economic dominance over the country. From that moment onward, Egypt entered a long period of British occupation that lasted for more than 70 years. Although the country retained a facade of sovereignty, real power rested in foreign hands. This period stands as a powerful historical example of how imperial control can be imposed not only through military force, but also through economic pressure, political manipulation, and the strategic exploitation of internal unrest.